Hello everyone, welcome back to this video on our YouTube channel and I hope you all are doing very well. So guys, in this video, as usual, we are going to be talking about the post-market analysis of how Nifty and Bank Nifty performed today, and also we are going to be looking at the pre-market analysis of the next trading session, which means in the pre-market analysis, we will be looking at how the market can possibly perform on the next trading session. All right. So without wasting any time, guys, without further ado, let's get into our video now. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in the Bank Nifty's 5-minute chart right here. Okay, so I have this blue color 20 period moving average. Let me just show it to you. Yeah, so it is a 20, sorry, it's a 50 period moving average. Let me just change it to 20. Okay, so I'll just change it to 20 here. All right, so now I have this 20 period moving average in the Bank Nifty chart plotted right here, and we'll just remove this as here. And I'm going to be marking today's opening using this calendar, which is 14th November. Okay, so this red candle was the opening today. As you can see, I've marked a vertical line in it. Let me just scan it a bit. Okay, so all right, so here we didn't have any kind of a gap up or a gap down. We had the same range opening, which means a consecutive price opening. We didn't have a major gap up or a gap down. So you can see, guys, in the opening candle on the 5-minute chart, we today had a very nice dip to the upside. And even though it was a red candle, we had a wick to the upside. So what happened is that after this red candle was formed, you also must have noticed that it fell below this 20 period moving average right here, which means it possibly signaled a continuing downtrend from the previous swing high. Okay, so from the previous major swing high, it had a nice downtrend in the 5-minute chart. And when this wick was broken, is a real change which happened here. After this wick was broken, we can see that the market had a nice retracement till the 20 period moving average. This red candle touched this 20 period moving average and had a nice small term downtrend. Now, what most people did today was that, okay, guys, most people did today was that as soon as this retest happened, I saw a lot of sellers taking their position here, which means buying put options, placing their stop loss at the highs, expecting the market, to go till here, somewhere around here. Right, so they expected the market today to have a major push down, but unfortunately, what happened was that the market went into a consolidation period for a very long time and had a small term correction to the uptrend, which means like you look at these corrections to the uptrend, it took out all these stop losses and it continued its small term downtrend. Now, even guys, listen, when the market started today, even I thought that the market was going to go down in a major way. But I was about to take my sell position, but I instead waited for a pattern to get over, which means when I saw this candle, I thought that it was a minor double bottom here. Now, what's a double bottom? A market is creating a lower lows, and immediately a market creates a small high, and then another high, and then a small equal low, and market starts trending to the upside, right? So now, if you notice this pattern has been happening here. Now, this is going to be the double bottom right here. Okay, so yeah, notice this. This is going to be the double bottom right here. Low, and then a nice high, and then a same equal low, and then market starts trending upwards. Now, this is what happened. The criteria are perfectly fulfilled. The market is in a nice downtrend. Okay, so the market is in a nice downtrend, and eventually the market opens here today on this vertical line, and the downtrend continues for a short period of time. And now here you can see that this first bottom has been created, a major high. I mean, not a high, but a traction high has been created, and then the market has been coming down again here. Equal lows. The wick passed this previous wick, but the body didn't close below this previous wick. Two red candles confirming it's a minor double top, and then still the market started going down, taking all these stop losses right here. And eventually the market went into some period of consolidation and then a major trend to the upside. Okay, so this is what happened actually. So I noticed this double top, I mean double bottom right here. I noticed this double bottom right here and decided that okay, let's not get into some hurry here. Let me just erase it. Okay, so as soon as this double bottom was created, guys, I noticed that this double bottom was signaling me a very nice uptrend. When this low was broken, this double top low also wasn't broken here. You see this double top low, it wasn't broken by any previous candles. So what I did was that I marked my put which is going to be right here. I decided that if the market starts to trade below the zone, the market possibly can go below here, trade, take a nice retest, and then continue lower. If this retest was to happen, I decided that I would go short here. Suppose if the retest happened, I decided to go short here, place my stop loss above this zone, and then I'll be going taking my targets downside. I decided to take my targets downside, but the exact opposite happened right here. The exact opposite happened. So what happened is that actually I didn't take any trade today. To be honest, I didn't take any trade today because you see more than half of the day the market was in some period of very long consolidation. So I didn't have this luck of taking a trade today, but rather it's a very good day today because I didn't take a trade and decided to get lost like others. Many people lost. Their money today in the trading session because of the consolidation and the major up move. Everyone in the Twitter was feeling that the market will go down. Even that was my own analysis. I did my analysis yesterday and the market was about to go down. But when I noticed this double top, I realized that this double top's effect when it wasn't broken, when this double top's low wasn't broken, I realized that okay, the market trend has changed. So I also decided of placing a call options long here. But I decided to place this call option long here and targeting this previous highs or the first candle was here. Okay, so but I didn't take it because you see this time the market was in a major consolidation, which is right here. The market's in a major consolidation, creating a wedge pattern, I mean sorry, a pattern. And when this market finally broke this, I could have taken a trade, but I'm risking 66 points only for the next previous high, which is 74 points. One-to-one trade is not something I look for. I expect a trade to be at least 1 to 2, which is right here. I got it, but I didn't take a trade. Who knows, guys? The market will be going till this upside, till this downside. So today was a total blackout day for me. I didn't take any trades, but also I didn't lose any money. So that is very, very important. Now, if you also notice this, when the markets here into this bottoms, you can also notice that the RSI here, which is right here, the RSI has been, oops, where is this here? The RSI has been creating nothing, but it was also in the oversold zone. So I expected the market to go higher. But since my long-term bias is on the downside, I didn't take any call options. Now moving on to the post-market, I'm sorry, to the pre-market analysis now. So we're going to be going to the daily chart, right? Now, if you notice this, guys, I'm going to be marking major support and resistance zones. All right, so here we have our first support zone right here. I'm sorry, that is going to be a resistance zone. Forgive me for the tick. And then our major demand zone is right here. And then our medium term demand zone is right here. And then a short term resistance line is here. I'll just adjust a little bit. Okay, so a short term resistance line is here, and then this is going to be a short term support zone because after this consolidation is where the market has breakout. Now we are on the Bank Nifty's daily chart. All right, so you can see that this resistance, forgive me, this resistance and demand zones have been marked, but we had a breakout again. Okay, so this is going to be a resistance zone. Okay, the joke now. Okay, so what most people do is that as soon as a resistance zone is broken above, they take a long position, expecting that the market will go higher. But if you notice this keenly on the daily chart, the first ever time we had a break above this resistance zone was this candle, this red candle. We had a nice break above, and then the day started to trend to the downside. So this red candle closed below this resistance zone. So I wouldn't want to take a short, I mean, take a long call here. Now, if you notice, this red candle's respective targets have been reached, which is this green candle here. So this target has been reached the very next day. Now, again, on the last trading session, the beforehand trading session we had in the Friday. Friday also we had a very nice gap up above the resistance zone, but none of these channels turned into green, which means that the selling pressure is still very high on Bank Nifty, right? The selling pressure is still very high on Bank Nifty. Notice this. We had this first breakout. We had a second breakout on the last Friday, and then we had a third breakout today. But none of this candle, closed in green. So if it was closed in green, then I might have expected the market to go a bit higher, possibly even take my call option and hold it as a BTST, which means buy today, sell tomorrow, and wait till some sort of a selling pattern has been created on the daily chart. So unfortunately, it didn't happen. Nifty touched a new high. I'm sorry, Bank Nifty touched new highs, but I don't think these highs are going to be sustained. Selling pressure is still very high on the daily chart. Even today might have been a small term uptrend day, but overall, my analysis, Nifty is in a bearish trend for me. Now moving on to the 1 hour chart, right? So this 1 hour chart also you can see that none of these candles failed to break above the highs. So I might have taken my long call if we had broke above this high. The last time we had a high, it wasn't able to break this high, right? Which means this high wasn't broken. So next trading session, we had a major gap up, but after this gap up, the first candle's high two wasn't broken. The candle went past it, but closed below this previous high, signaling a nice downtrend. So all I can say is that the market is going to go down possibly in the near future. So what I would have done is that I'm looking for placing some STBD trades, which means sell today, buy tomorrow, or buy today. Possibly, option writers can do STBD trades. And since I'm an option buyer, I'm planning to do a BTST trade, which means that buy my put option here, place my stop loss right here, and expecting the market to go to here, the previous zone, right here. So, or I'll expect in the longer term picture, I'll expect the market to go to here, 1,000 point movement. So this is what possibly will be happening in Bank Nifty. And moving on to the 5 minute chart. All right, so on the 5 minute chart, we just remove everything. The 5 minute chart is a major deal here. So on the 5 minute chart, we have this food zone. We also have this major resistance zone. So now what happened is that when moving on to the previous trading session here, we have this high which was broken. The market had a very nice tough break above this previous high. Now small term retracement and had a major up candle again. So I didn't want to trade a very big candle, so I didn't take any call options. Yeah, I didn't take any call options, and I was lucky because I thought that the market will go down and my stop loss would have been here and it would have been hit. But rather, when in the last trading session, when this candle's low was same day's high was broken, I took this trade and I placed this trade and I bought a put option and made some decent amount of money. But this isn't the case today. Now, what possibly can happen tomorrow is that when market has closed below this previous what can I say, resistance zone support zone. So market has closed below this. It also created a retracement, so I might be looking to place my SCPD trades on the previous high. And I'll also look for my trades fast below this, right? I look for either here. So this is going to be my target one. I'll mark my targets here. Right. So this is going to be my target one, target two, target three, target four, target five. Don't mind the slanting line guys, and this is going to be a final target, target six. Possibly I can expect the market to go till here. Now, now, now talking about this again. Now, what if the Nifty is Bank Nifty is an all-time high now? What if the market decides to change its trend from a bearish trend to a bullish trend? What if the market decides? What if buyers start stepping in? So I have another plan for it. So that plan is going to be this. we are going to be discussing at every single situation right here. Okay, so keep these right. We have we need to mark okay, mark now. Excuse me. So now here in this, I might be looking for some buy trade if this market breaks this line and doesn't close below this line. Market, starts trading higher, breaks it, retests it, and goes on higher again. Then I will be placing my trades here immediately, and I will place my stop loss in the previous loop and wait till how this market goes higher. I'll be looking for when I will sell my call options that I will if some kind of selling pattern occurs, then I'll sell my call option whenever selling patterns occurs, when selling chart pattern occurs. All right, guys. So this is it, guys. The pre-market analysis video. I hope it certainly helped you. Of course, it certainly will be helpful, guys. Don't mind our way of teaching because this is going to be a very helpful video for everyone. And also, one final tip. Okay, one final tip is that the RSI is in the oversold zone. We might expect a short term uptrend and then a downtrend possibly, or anything can happen. Okay, so this is it. I've told my analysis. These are the only two situations which can happen. On the third situation is totally unexpected, which is another day of consolidation. So these are the things which can happen. Okay, guys. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then kindly do subscribe to our channel and like our video. Once again, love you all. Take care. Okay, done.